Alrighty. Now, this probably was just Charlie. It is Charlie. Now, start of the morning. Probably need to figure out what the hell I was planning on doing. Got so much food and stuff here. We've made a new bow. 253 on that, hey? Maybe we didn't manage to fit all that in, I don't know why. So we're pretty heavy. Well, let's get rid of that, like I keep saying I'm going to. So the bear hides, that was a key thing, wasn't it? Let's throw that away. What else? Whoa. Okay, one bear hide, some wolf hides, some deer hides, random other things. What is the thing that is making us most heavy? Don't even really need that. Must have picked that up somewhere. Throw that on the ground. Hey Michael, how you going? Good to see you in here. You'll notice there's a fancy icon beside your name, and that's because at the end of last week I went through and made yourself and Turkey mods on this just as an experiment. So you should be able to do things like post links and stuff if you want. You are a moderator, that is correct. I set that going last week. So with great power comes great responsibility. I have no idea what you can even do. So I'm trusting you, Michael. I'm currently just trying to go through my inventory. I am so trying to play catch up from where we got to last week and even figure out what my plan was. So I know I'm heavy and I'm trying to figure out what I can and should actually be doing. So I'm pretty sure we don't need to pick up that because I'm pretty sure we have plenty of water. That's why we're heavy. We've got 6 litres of water. Problem solved. That's right, because we made like 14 litres up at the church and only bought some of it. So that should bring us under, which is good. Now, might as well just chuck a couple of hours of that in, I think. Trying to figure out what I should do, actually, with Charlie. We've got so much resources here, and if the name of the game is to get her, to most number of days, should I just be holding up here, or should I still go out and have lots of other adventures? We don't have cabin fever risk anymore. I really am just trying to figure out what I should be doing. It's cold-ish. So I think since I've been in this zone, I've gone back and pretty much been everywhere except back up to Katie's Corner. I'm wondering whether or not I should even go back up there or not, or if I should wait around for another bear. We've made all the arrows. The main point of coming here was to get arrows, so she was fit enough and outfitted enough to go to Rush River and Broken Railroad, I think. What do we got on you? Pretty much just the guts. At the moment, you're just you're a feather farm. So I don't think we need to worry. Turkey. I've only just started, so you haven't really missed anything. You've only missed me dithering about what I should be doing, and really, what I want to be doing is just heading off to go to Broken Railroad and Hush River Valley. But there's a lure of all this food and stuff that's here. But I think if I just go inside and make a note of the resources that are here, then she knows to come back here when she's got another bear pelt. I think that's the main thing. I think she should have adventures. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to drop these up here, even though they're already cured. I doubt I need to have carrying around a few of those will be fine. I think I should probably bring another cured maple. I should definitely bring the better survival bow. But I'm wondering, should I just leave the 34%er here? I don't feel like I need to be carrying both. So I probably should write some notes. Bear hide. I think I've got 3 wolf hides, 2 deer hides, 12 guts, 30% bow, and let's just go, and that is in Desolation Point. Oh, and there's also spare bed roll. That's probably okay. Is that good enough? Anything else I should be bringing? Are we desperate for any more coal? Guess we're up to 39. Still got enough water for stuff. Okay. So now, definitely don't need to bring any of those. I think I even have. I thought I had some unmade arrows. Can I fit one of those? One of those. I can fit one of those. I should actually also put on here lots of meat. There we go. Alrighty. Now we can't fit much in because we're pretty full. Just eat that, I guess. Drop that other bit. Foggy as anything. I think we'll make our way out of here. I guess we just have to come back and get that bear hide another time. I could probably try and traipse like hides across the world, but it probably gives me a good reason to come back here and get all that stuff at another point. Otherwise, I don't think you ever really come back. So I think I've only ever seen the moose on this bridge once that I've been playing. Not that I come to Desolation Point that often. But yeah. Don't thought he'd be here by now, but I don't really need him. I don't think I'd really preference the moose hide jacket, and I already have the satchel, so it's a bit of a moot point, I think. Right. So obviously either I didn't warm up, I didn't even pay attention to my temperature, I either didn't warm up enough inside the Riken, or it's just bloody cold and I got cold too quick. I think I mustn't have warmed up much. Pretty sure I went and checked up the back there at some point. Alright. All the rabbits are back. Now, we don't actually really have... got a tiny bit of food that's not living food. I tell you what, I am hitting all of the green hell shortcuts to try and do interactions in this game at the moment. If you play it for more than a couple of days, it really throws me for six just changing control systems. So once a few more people turn up, if the consensus is to jump in and do a tiny bit of green hell, I'm happy to do that. But if the consensus is to stay with Charlie and have adventures, I'm also happy to do that as well. But yeah, I've been playing a little bit of green hell just sort of during the week, just sort of putting some time into having fun and figuring out some more of the crafting, etc. I did actually start a new survival, so I still have my story mode going, but I did start a new survival earlier today just to kick it off, so that's fairly vanilla and plain at the moment, just not very far along. So that could be kind of fun. It's not the hardest mode, it's whatever, probably either the Stalker level or the Voyager level, I guess, equivalent. I can't remember which one I set, but I was just stepping through to just check the differences between story mode and survival mode. I mean, hypothermia risk is doing okay. Alright. So it's a bit of a trek really from here to Hush River. Basically 4 whole zones, 5 zones to get across really. So I'm not sure if we'll fully get there. I haven't gone fully insane. I did get hearing the voices, because I think once you're over half insane you get the voices. So I had that, but I didn't get bad enough to hallucinate natives that will come and actually can throw things at you and kill you. Which I think is a thing. Only from watching Loon's Loon do I think that's the thing. So I've managed to stay on top of it fairly well. Guess I'm picking up the coal and dropping it at the other end. Not that it's really necessary.
I wonder if I can drop
Okay.
this here.
Cool. You can drop some of it. You can drop it at the other end of this mine. Okay. So Turkey, let me know when you're back, and I'll try and tell you about some other long dark YouTubers that you may or may not already have in your collection. Guess I'll just leave those there. So I might just drop a bunch here. Let's just drop it all and pick up like 3 maybe. Well, that's actually a little bit of a misleading statement when I say, hey Turkey, let me know when you're back. Because if you didn't hear me say that, and he's not back, then he will never answer that question. The circular logic of live streaming voice versus chat. Alright. Okie dokie, what time are we? Just in the afternoon. How much do we weigh? Just a little bit under. Oops, let's turn that off, we don't need that. Okie dokie. What am I doing? Flare pistol, which is reloaded. That's right, Michael, it's all him. Might just do a bit of this action, maybe. He saw me from a very big distance out then, that guy. Hope this fire starts now after all that. Why can I not interact with this fire? Let's add a couple of sticks. He came running from very far away. I thought about trying to dodge him, but I'm not going to profess to have the reflexes this evening. Definitely, oops, don't start an extra one. Definitely don't have a bait. I didn't really want to, why don't I just do this actually? That'll be fine. Wow, he is pretty keen. See if I can convince him to run at me in a way I can shoot him. No. That is seems like a bit of a run ender, that guy. Now, I don't want to touch this deer because it'll take all the meat off of it. It's like when they're really highly aggressive wolves, there's usually like 1 or 2 every run, and they are nuts. Like they are like crazy run enders. So I can't get a good bead on him where I can get him distance from the fire. Where are you? Damn it. I think I'm gonna have to get that bait off there. Or just leg it. But he's keen to keep coming back. Like, how much time on that fire? 23 minutes. Is that the second one walking along the road there, or the first one?
I'm so cold.
He's keen. I wonder why you just keep going. I'm cold. I probably should warm up. Ah, fine. I'll warm up. Ah, well. But yeah, I think you'll find the ones that are really aggro from such a big distance are the ones that are both heavy and the ones that are really, really hard to kill. Generally, that's been my experience. I might actually sleep for an hour. And I just think it all correlates as well, like the heavier, the more aggressive, the more dangerous, the bigger the range. But yeah, sometimes they just see you from so far. Like that's almost a bit of a like dead man wolf, that one. Let's go. That's a piece of coal. I don't need it. I'll leave it. Might need it in future. But anyway. It's a little bit late to the party. Is it turkey? I was going to ask if it had been notifying people, but you turned up, so I just had assumed that it had worked itself out in that regard. Alright. So now that you're back, Turkey, I actually did say something when you were probably away from the computer. I was saying, like, let me know when you're back, and then I realized the contradiction in that statement, that I would never actually know, or you would never have actually heard that to let me know. So I just have to rely on the fact that you came back and just started talking anyway. But what I was going to say is there's maybe another couple of Long Dark YouTubers kind of new to the picture for your collection. You may have one of them, but the other one I wouldn't think you'd have. But there's one guy who follows loons called Brian Murphy, and he's doing a Murphalooper series, is what he's called it. So yeah, Brian space Murphy. Very quietly spoken, only got about maybe 8 subscribers. And yeah, it seems to do pretty well. Just fairly chill. I think he needs to put some music on Wizark style. And it would be a very chill stream going on. But definitely seems to know what he's doing. And the other one, I'm just going to have to pause and see if I can find it on my YouTube, which I'll just do on my phone so I don't upset what's going on the other one. But this, unfortunately, she has really low frame rate, but she's someone who was doing a lot of writing stuff on the forums, on the Hinterland forum. So that username is Eruana, so Eruana, and I think on the actual forums she goes by the name like Tulaquen or something like that. And I think she's doing like the series she called that they're doing is Cinderella, which is a challenge they came up with where you got to spend like certain number of amount of time in each zone, and when you leave that zone, you can only take like one can and one other item with you, so you have to sort of go nude into the next zone. So I think she's doing it on Stalker level, I think. But it's kind of an interesting challenge. So yeah, I figured long dark YouTubers are like Pokemon for you. You're gonna try and collect them all, so I'll let you check those guys out. I'm just gonna take a quick sip of my beer.
Oh, sure, I'm getting cold.
I feel like I could hear bear crows. But I don't know, so I should check out the coast for like beach combing stuff. But something I really don't do very often, to be honest. Now, what did I leave in Quonset? I left all my whetstones or stuff in Quonset, so I probably need to get back in there, actually, to be honest. Yeah, alright. So there's probably something very important I may have left back in Desolation Point. And I might regret it later, but I don't know. When you're this... It's not that she's that well set up, but when you're this far along in the game, like... come on. It's just a boulder. Get over it. I don't know. You don't really lament. I mean, there's a hammer I left back there, but that's fine. It's not like... Apart from... There is a bear. I hear that bear. Can probably take a peg at him from off this rock and jump off the face of it if he gets grumpy at me about it. We visited you? We have visited you. Can I lure him to come back our way? Maybe. Hypothermia risk is fairly under control. He was not a very happy camper. It's a pretty good rock, I think, for hunting this guy. Do I really want to put a second arrow into him or not? I mean, I've got like 11 spare ones now. This is that paid on Friday, broke on Monday kind of mentality we've been talking about. Ah, that rock obviously wasn't loud enough or close enough. I mean, I could wait for him to die. This is true. No, don't place it. Like... He's still going to get to that and then turn around again, and now I'm fresh out of rocks again. Any extra secret rocks? Does he have a stash of rocks in his den? No. I mean, I could put a flare into him, but they're kind of in short supply. I guess I should actually mainly check if he's got an arrow stuck in him, I'm assuming. So there should be some blood. Oh, no. He doesn't have an arrow stuck in him, so he is not going to die anyway. Yeah, it's broken and floating. Weather's getting crappy. My luck with bears kind of stinks, so... maybe we'll just go up to misanthropes. We're going to get really exhausted. Yeah. I think the game is telling me to go to misanthropes. Spend the night here. Sneak into Quonset. In the morning. Grab whatever cool things we think we need. And dash from there. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't actually say hello to you, Yari. I'm so sorry. I can't remember what was distracting me at the time, but I did see that you'd joined in, and then my mind left me. Oh, that's right. I think I was getting stalked by that killer wolf. Okay. We left ourselves. Any surprises? Has anything respawned? Did we forget anything in here when we first looted it many, many, many years ago? Alright. There's a cup of tea.
This stuff will come in handy.
Maybe it spawned in. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I just never saw it. Yes, Granny will tell you off if you don't like the stream. So yeah, we've definitely cleared all this out. Oh, okay. Alright. Now, it's still bloody early. Looks like we've cleared all the cloth out of here. Maybe I might actually just get a little bit of sleep while we've got a full belly, and then if it's bright enough and not aurora-y, we'll just go into concert in the night time. We've got enough food there to do that. Let's get some condition recovery. Mind you, we probably could have... that doesn't sound like good travel weather. Probably could have been reading that book that we still need to get rid of. Which will, in theory, improve our fire starting just a little bit. It won't get us to 5, though, off the back of that book. Now, when you do the reading of the book, it tells you that how high it's going to go, but I found that to be a little bit inaccurate. Alright. Probably wouldn't mind a little bit more visibility to be sneaking into The old Quonset there. Now, here's the question. Is it more restful? I know it's warmer passing time in a bed, but it doesn't do anything else really. It still burns the same amount of calories. Oh well, I'll just go hungry for a little bit. Alright. Oh no, I lost my well-fed bonus. That was a very big mistake. Well, someone was probably screaming out at me about that. So now we're heavy. 37. Oh well. I should just have to have fun trying to get that back then.
Where can I find something to eat?
Yeah, Aaron might be able to get out of that still. But, you know, kind of only had himself to blame for it, but, you know. That is a ridiculously loud loon. Oh, that was a big jump. Deer, not a wolf. That was a bit bigger fall than I thought it should be. See, I wouldn't mind you getting a sprain when that happens. Like, that would seem, like, completely fair and plausible. But I never get sprains from those sorts of things. But I get sprains from standing wrong. Okie dokie. So there's a chance that some of these huts I haven't checked on this character. It really is. Like this one. Sure, why not? It's always nice when you're on a 100+ day run and you find things you haven't gone and looked at before. So if that one's hasn't been checked. Okay, so I see 3 wolves. So you might not get them in the compression, but there's 3 wolves, 4 wolves actually. I can count 4 little black pixely dots, all hanging out in front of the wolf sort. But yeah, I'm guessing this fishing hut has not been checked either. Whoops. Sorry, might have been a bit of a pause for everyone. I just got booted back to the desktop, which happens sometimes to me. Usually happens a few times in a row, so I expect it will try and do it again. Hey Carlos! Welcome to my Saturday night stream. We're back with my Charlie character. Yep, I haven't checked this one. Oh, there's a fishing hook I see. Oh, and a soda. Ugh, charcoal. Do not need that. Oh, it's a cluster of them. They're all right standing on top of each other. Gonna guess there's a few in town as well. Yeah. Oh, it works in green hell. So there's actually a video I actually did watch before. I haven't watched too many on how to play Green Hell, but one of them turned up and intrigued me, where there's a certain progression you can make on cooking and burning and charring a specific type of spider, and then turn it into a specific type of ash to make a very specific type of dressing. Staying wide this side in case of the bear. bloody heavy already. Already overweight, but can always use more sticks. I'm not feeling very trustful of the game at the moment. Oh, there's one. Oh, we can beat him in. After it tried to throw that run-ender one into me in crumbling. There's a cured deer, cured maple, cured maple. So we've got plenty of cured other things here. That's for burning. So the burning things go over here. We'll drop a bunch of these. And all of this reclaimed. That ought to do us. So we're hungry now, so we might as well stay hungry. Frontier shooting guide, which we don't need. Yeah, whetstones galore we brought with us into here, or at least found in here. Man, we're gonna have a bit of inventory management to try and sort out, because so I have one whetstone, 2 sewing kits. I don't think I'll bring all my whetstones. I think I'll just end up leaving a bunch here. But so 3 whetstones. Oh man, I left the better pain antibiotics here to try and use them, but I just don't end up needing antibiotics that often. I really don't. Even like painkillers as well. Matches galore. Alright. So what do we got? Like 5 boxes of matches. There's painkillers, some antibiotics. Coffee. It's a shame to leave that here. Especially because it's so light. But what else do I want to leave here? We might need a bandage here one day. So this is where I need to jot stuff down. I won't remember how many words. I think there was Quonset, 3 whetstones, 3 sewing kits, meds, and there were 5 times 12 matches. They were the main things. Alright, so we could duck out, duck back in, and leave a save point here. Show of hands, who wouldn't mind jumping in and having a little bit of a run around in Green Hell? It's not the hard mode in survival, but definitely open to input from everyone, whether or not they want to see it or not. But I completely understand if people are like, no, I want to play it and not be surprised. So just say aye if you want to, and nay if you don't. Is there anything in there? We definitely have done all of these things. Alright, that's a yes from Michael. Boom, boom, boom. Well, jump out here and create a Alright. Okay. Speaking of beer, I'm going to sip. Alright, so that'll make a save point, so we'll quit out of that. And I think we ascertained last time that the voice continues while I load up other things, so I'll quit. And you'll probably just end up being on a black screen while I load the other game. And I shall load Green Hell. Alrighty. Alright. So here we go. It's a bit of a slow loading game as well. Now, just looking over at the stream to make sure it's actually picking up. Yes, it is. I can see the loading thing. It's a little bit lagged for me, but we'll see how well that goes. Alright. So oh yeah, so I'm doing the second hardest. I'm doing King of the Jungle, not Green Hell, and not Welcome to the Jungle. So that's the mode I was doing. At some point, Turkey, I'll have to get you to tell me what your machine specs are in terms of like what graphics card and processor you have, and see if we can't figure out a way to make it run for you. I mean, it does lag a bit every now and on mine. Like you can, I'm not sure if it comes out in the compression, but I do have I have the Steam frames per second turned on in the top left, and I've been doing that for a while because I was trying to debug if I was having issues, mainly with the Long Dark, a while ago now. But so in this one, it does occasionally lag, but mostly I'm between 30 and 60, but it can drop out. Okay, so where am I? I am in. Yeah, I'm by my fire. Okay, so I'm in a part of the map where there's a clandestine cocaine lab. Not to try and spoil too much of the story, but you come across this place in the story, and yeah, you don't find it in here, but there's the recipe. They tell you the instructions for people to make this thing, and it involves things like steeping the cocoa leaves in gasoline and then doing some other thing and mashing it and whatever, and it's like, gee whiz. It's some pretty crazy recipes going on. Alright, so the first thing about this game, if you've not played it before, is that you hear lots of things running around in the undergrowth, and most of them are fine. I'm going to pick up this coconut and just bring it in here. It rains a lot. You don't ever get cold from the rain, as far as I can tell. It's fine to get rained on. In fact, you often do want to get rained on because it helps wash you, and you don't want to get dirty in this game because you need to clean yourself, or you will get parasites if you eat while you're dirty, and you'll get worms and things under your skin, all that kind of stuff. Yes, I do have an obsidian tip spear. Not that I know a jaguar can come up here or anything, but I'll at least come up here where he has to come a different way. Now I remember how to play this game. So I'm only 5 days into this survival mode one, and I've already crafted all these things. So I have a bone knife, I have an obsidian axe, I made a bow. I'm terrible at shooting this bow, I never use it. I made an obsidian spear, and I have a stone blade. This is my wood collection and my rope collection. And I've made a bunch of bandages, so I have a lily dressing one and a couple of tobacco dressing ones. I have a couple of arrows. I have some charcoal, which you can eat when you've got food poisoning, but it really it makes you not happy and your sanity goes up. I have some extra tobacco leaves, some bird feathers, and I have my dry. This is basically my tinder. Yeah. So tinder. Yes. I said jaguar, not wolf. I found some human food. These are my water bottles. So one, actually they both have clean water in them. I've got some rattlesnake meat and some mystery snail cooked, and some larvae and some maggots. And we'll find out what they're for later. And here is my fire starting stuff. This is this hand drill. Now, so I can hold the F key and bring up my watch, and it's just the watch is really good at telling you what you need. So it's hooked to your biometrics and can tell you that you're basically telling me I'm low on fats. So the green things are fats. So I need to be able to eat nuts and things. You don't get fats, unfortunately, from animals. You get protein from them. So I need to go find some pine nuts or something. Just looking out into the world. Now there is it's a bit dark, probably. I'm not sure how the compression is going to go for this for everyone. I have this water collector that was here. So if you find things in the world, you then know how to make them. So this turned up in my little notebook. So there's some water in there. If I hold tab, you can tell you how much is in there, and I can actually drag this into there to fill up my little water bottle. So I've now got a bunch. That's going to die in a day. That's going to die in a day. That's fine. I need fats, but it's not that important. I haven't really run around with the torches that much. I usually just go to sleep when it's dark, and then that's nothing. I thought that might be a log I can pick up. I'll pick up that stick, but now because I've come this game, although I think I'm on permadeath, I don't know, but I'm sure we're going to find out soon. But when you boot back into the game, some of the resources respawn. So I'm pretty sure these chips weren't there before. Oh, and a bone knife again. And there's probably some... No canned food. Empty can. There's a bag normally here. I think something respawned. Was there something else there? Alright. But yeah, there's a lot of resources in this game because I guess being a jungle, it doesn't need to be miserly about that. So it the torch for the bees. I just throw a rock at the yes, hey loons. We're doing a little bit of green hell. I'm not on the green hell mode. I'm on survival. I'm on the next level down, so probably the stalker equivalent, I guess. And but yeah, so you can throw rocks at the bee's nest. You can throw rocks at a whole bunch of things. I think I have the this isn't the obsidian axe actually. This is I had a obsidian axe but it broke. This is just an actual stone one. I've got an obsidian spear. And yeah, bone infusion. This stuff is the bomb. Like if I hold tab, and you can see, I actually get lots of energy. So it's literally just a pot of water, and you put a bone in it. And yeah, I think playing story mode Loon, it helps fill in a lot of gaps really quickly. So and so when you got the watch up, you can also middle mouse scroll. You actually have a compass. With your latitude and longitude, yeah, and the time and stuff. So it's actually 4 in the morning. We should probably actually sleep. So I've got a bed over there, but I've actually made my own save thing. So if you're ever going to play Green Hell, it's really hard to see, but this is... I wish I could turn up the brightness. I might be able to very quickly I'll make a torch very quickly. So I'll right click on that and craft, drag that on there, and make a very bad torch. And then, okay, so I kind of need to swap it with something. So let's just throw that stone blade away, and now I can probably swap. Okay, so it threw my axe away. Damn it. Number 2 then. So E to ignite. So this is my little shelter I made so I could save. And when I first made this shelter, I was like, yeah, you're meant to be able to save from this shelter because it tells me in a notebook. And I'm clicking on it, like, it says sleep, sleep. Where is the save? It's floating up there. But when I'm building it, I'm looking around it like this. I didn't look up there. Like, I actually had to Google that. Like, that is pretty ridiculous. I don't even know if I can extinguish. You can block with it, though. I can swipe with it. I don't know if you can even do anything else, but I'll swap it, and then that will just burn on the ground. And I think we're healthy enough to go to sleep. We maybe should quickly come over here, and I'm going to drink from this coconut bowl, and that will help a little bit. I got some extra things lying around. Where's that water? Oh, it went the wrong way. The water collector's over here. Just going to drink out of the bottom of that. And we're good. We're good. Catch ya, loons. Alright, so we will hit save. Do it in my survival one. You only get 4 save slots. It seems a little bit cheap to only have 4 save slots. I don't want to sleep all day, but I wanted to have energy. So it says we're low on stuff, but now I'm actually going to drink that, and hopefully it's going to let me have room for that pot, because I really want to bring that pot. We can take other things from there, but I don't know if I really want to. You can take this wooden spoon, but as far as I can tell, and as far as the internet is concerned, that wooden spoon is useless. I did find they have a secret thing. They have Wilson. He's called William. He's either called Ball or William in this, but Wilson from Castaway, I found him. And, holy crap, 2,852 days. That is crazy. Now, do I want to take... I'm probably going to bring an extra coconut bowl. So we'll drink it and take it. How much water have I got? That's fine. I'm probably actually going to just take this for now. I'm probably going to eat that banana for the carbs. It's actually not far from here, I think. Oh, I think it's random where you can find it. Where I found it's not far from here. Now, I want to go sort of northish. Oh, you do actually have a map if you find the map. It doesn't show you where you're on the map, but you can do this, and you can go, hey, what latitude and longitude am I at? So I'm at 50 west, 27 south, so basically where that barrel is. And I'm going to go kind of northish, but northwest mainly, so mostly this way. I'm going to get my spear out, because there seems to be a jaguar quite often. And yeah, apparently it's really safe in the jungle to eat a whole bunch of unknown mushrooms. Well, you learn pretty quickly which ones are going to kill you, or which ones are going to poison you, but when you played the story mode, it's just like, yeah, just eat it and find out, and then find out what you got to do to cure yourself. Sure. Alright. These mushrooms actually are good for getting rid of parasites, I think. So we'll go this way. Oh, I tell you what, these capybaras, I think they're capybaras. Every now and then they're walking towards you. They look exactly like a jaguar, and they scare the crap out of me. So yeah, we'll just keep powering on this way. Now, yeah, we'll just eat the unknown fruit, which won't kill us. It's actually gives us negative parasites. This one, I don't tend to get parasites. Once you know what to do, I'm going to right-click and harvest the parrot. I think this is this great big sinkhole that I've found before. And which way is Yeah, I'll go around at this side. There's another coconut, but I think we're alright. Now, I do tend to try and not get in confrontations with the natives. I guess I have some philosophical objections to trying to kill the natives in this game. It's their jungle, man. So I usually try and avoid them and run away. We'll see how that works out. Probably going to need more sticks. We used one of our ropes, so how heavy are we? We're alright, so I'll grab a couple. We'll probably need to craft something. There's a capybara swimming under there. That doesn't seem right. Tell you what I want to do. Is there a lily? Oh, I've got some. Got myself some sort of leech or something, but I think these things over here, which I'm going to try and get, are really good. I don't have the room. Damn it. And now I've got leeches galore. Alright, I don't have the room. Damn it. They're really good, because I think they like get rid of food poisoning. I might have to go back in and get them, but I gotta bring up this thing, and then I gotta like rotate to check for all my leeches. It's quite tedious, and it's always the last one, and then I have to remove the leeches. And now the little magnifying glass down here has gone away. Whoops. And now, what do I want to do? I want to make room. I'm going to destroy that stack of feathers. I don't really want it. Can I? It's actually really tedious to throw that away for the moment. Maybe that'll let me fit it. It's tedious to manage your backpack sometimes. Now, so there's the rare underwater capybara running away from me. And so I think the flower is now... Can I? No. I'm gonna like run out of breath. Can't do your backpack when you're underwater. This is new to me. Alright. Organising the backpack. I think this thing's really worth having. Oh my god, still no. Oh, maybe it's food. That's why it's not the plant matter stuff. What are we low in? Low in fats. We'll eat you anyway. We can eat the cooked snail we cooked yesterday. Might as well. Let's not do the raw macaw meat just yet. Eat rattlesnake meat. Why not? Oh man. Is this going to free up enough room for me to get the magical anti-poison? Finally! And they don't stack those, so I'll just get one of them. Alright. So the watch is telling me I'm, low on the fats. So I'm going to have to find... This plant here is the one that gives off nuts, but there's none on it. There's none at the bottom of it right now. So I have to find another one. Which way are we heading? We must be heading... Yeah, northwestish. Sure. Yes, I'll take a banana. No space. Then I shall eat the banana. Yeah, we're full of carbs. No more bananas for you. We could get some larvae. They tend to drive you insane if you eat too many of them, which is kind of understandable. Whoop! Whoa! Nearly trod on the rattlesnake. Hey, buddy. almost got me. Well, you can't... I think it's... You can't put... Well, I couldn't put Wilson in my backpack. Maybe you can. I think someone's brought it back to their base, but I think they had to do... like the equivalent of the lantern dragging in front of you kind of thing. But he might help with the sanity. I've got to watch out down here in case of crocodiles hanging out on the shore. I would have thought I'd find some nuts by now. I feel like I'm going kind of slow. I might go up the high road instead of the low road where all the crocodiles are. Alright. If we look down here, we might see a crocodile. We are seeing a crocodile. We can hear a crocodile. He's not happy with us. That scared the crap out of me. Is he coming for us? Where is it? Man, I knew they were here. He sounded awfully close. But I thought he would have been down on the, Oh, is that a log or is that a croc? They do that thing that the Long Dark does where they make the stomps look like the predators. Where did the crocodile go? He definitely grumbled at me. Is he like coming the long way to try and get up here, like pathfinding? Ah! So gonna die. I have not killed a crocodile. Oh jeez, every lizard going through the undergrowth now just makes me think it's a crocodile. You scary bugger. I'm gonna jump on this log. Take the high ground. Now, I already have one. Can I fit another one? Coconuts are good. You really want the coconuts. Not least because it's the only actual... yeah, here's my nut. Here's my nut machine. Nut machine? Nut plant. Nut eating thing. There's the nuts. There should be two. There's always... Ah, don't destroy it. No, eat it. Maybe take that stick. No space. Okay. So it must be later in the day. I think it's getting late. Oops. 4 in the afternoon. It gets dark quick in this game, in the jungle. There's some more meat down there. In the format of a bird. Alright. So I kind of know where I'm going. Oh, here's... oh no, that's some... Right, that's more of those nuts I want. For the fats. Yeah, I haven't killed a croc, and I'm way too chicken to do that. Don't touch the frogs. Do not pick up the frogs. That one's probably alright, but don't touch the colourful ones. Yeah, like that one's probably a poison dart frog. Yeah, don't touch me! Get away. I think you can run around. I've had no trouble running around. I just don't think you should grab them. So, yeah, I haven't been to this location with this save. We're going to have trouble doing a fire unless we build some stuff, which we might do. Sometimes destroying a resource, you do get stuff from it, but other times they just live in the world and they just get in the way and they're clutter. So sometimes you're like, if something's like a mushroom's gone bad, you just want to throw it away. You're like, no, get it away from me. I'm probably pretty heavy, aren't I? 47. So I'm probably just going to do something like drag those off. I do need to sleep. I need to eat that meat before too long. How were we off? Yeah, we should just eat those nuts anyway. Eat them. Yeah. It's actually a really cool place up there, but maybe we'll just sleep here and not make a save. Maybe that's what we'll do. Now, was there any other cool stuff here? I should actually... So you learn stuff in the world by walking up to new things. So this thing I've now learnt, which is a water filter. So I can take dirty water from the river and drop it in here, put a coconut under there, and then, you know, I'll have some fresh water when I come by. Let's just eat them, actually. Probably want the carbs. Often what I do in each little base like this is I'll put out the coconuts so there's rainwater will gather in them, so I always have a source of fresh water. So I will go to... Oh, no, we dropped the coconuts. But if it rained, I might put my pot out as well, but I'd be a bit of a danger of forgetting it. So I'm probably just going to harvest those. Hang on, and harvest that. Yeah, I think there's something that lives out on this barrel. I always forget about this. Oh, there's a 4-pronged spear, which I don't have room for unless if I put the bone knife there, then I can put that there. So that's actually the spear you want for catching fish. You will not get fish with the other hunting spear. Just listening in case natives are coming to infiltrate my camp. Now what I was going to do from the food, quickly eat a couple of those, and then I'm not going to bother loading that thing. I don't actually like it too much, but I'm just going to drop coconut shells on the ground. Just should give us enough water. Need to drink my normal water. How full are we? Almost. I'm actually probably going to drink all my clean water. And I'm going to run down here and fill up that. And then I probably actually need to... You can actually move things in the world if you drag them like this, but otherwise you can't drag them. You have to pick them up and put them back down again. But it's a good little hack to do that. It's probably very dark, I'm sorry. I'm going to pour the dirty water in the top of that, and then it will dribble out into that thing very slowly. And we have glow-in-the-dark mushrooms, which are completely fine to eat, I assure you. They're not radioactive at all, are they? And if I remember, there should be some like... Oh, that's an armadillo squeaking at me, but there should be some sort of carcass. Bone broth is the best thing. You want to get bones out of dead animals. Sounds gross, but works in the game. So yeah. Alrighty. So... How am I off resource-wise? That's fine. 7 o'clock, early night to bed. Did it rain during the night? Let's have a look. So, if it rained... Yeah, we got some clean water in here. So we can... take one of our Biden bottle things and fill it up. So now it's 3/4 full of water. That thing's not going to get any more. It's used up all its, dribbled all its clean water out. But I'm going to fill up make sure that is the one that's empty, not making dirty water on top of my clean water. And I'm just going to make sure I'm pouring the dirty water again. What are we off resource-wise? We're alright. And over here we got something else we can learn from this location, because I've been in this location a couple of times. There's a fish trap. It's probably very dark for you guys. I hope it's not too bad. But I can take the fish out of the fish trap. And now... So it's telling me new skills. I can bring up this notebook. And it tells me all the things I know how to do. Or things I half know how to do. So in here, I know how to make a water filter. And you actually build from this menu too. So if I want to build one of those, I click and drag it, and I don't actually want to build that, but that's how you would build things. So if you want to start a fire, you actually do it from your notebook and go to fire and drag a fireplace out. And that's how that works. So let me know if this random rambling tutorial of how you kind of do things is useful to you guys. I think it's kind of fun. The crafting's pretty deep in here. Like if we look in shelter things, there's lots of things you can build. They are a little bit tedious. Like because the resources, being a jungle, are really rich. Like it means that the crafting has to be maybe a bit more involved and harder. Oh, geez, the animals crawling around out there. I tell you what, I don't really want to ever get lost in a jungle. I think the sanity thing they've got in this game is, from everything I've read about jungle survival, it's probably pretty accurate. You go bonkers. You absolutely do. It's going to sleep for another... not that we need it. We'll just wait till it's daylight. There we go. Alright. How are we off? Okay, so we do need a bit more water. We'll actually drink. And drink. I'll probably leave those 2 coconuts there so there's fresh water if we come back. Yeah, I'm just going to drink that. Okay. So in my story mode, I actually found something cool over there in the island, but I might actually go over there. But I almost got killed by natives as well, so we shall see. Now I have to erase the piranhas. And I've not seen a crocodile here, but I haven't played this game much. So there could very well be. Oops, got a leech. Need to sort that out in a minute. Lots of bamboo over this area. So apparently you can chop these ones down and you can get the heart of palm food out of them. But I've not done that. Oh, there's an ant nest right there we nearly ran into, which would have been painful. And the coolest thing is, so you can actually steal the ants out of that nest if you do it right. And you can use the ant heads as stitches. So you get them to bite you and hold a wound together. Okay, so this has got a lot of coconuts. That's great. We've now found this thing, which is a smoker, so we know how to do that. And we've now found a better campfire that has like rocks around it with more cooking surfaces, so we know how to make that one. And there's all this cool stuff to build things. So this one was pretty cool. I started building a base up here in my story mode, and then after I spent a whole bunch of time building, I ran over this way. We probably need, not tab, we probably need this thing. This is good for fever, I think. Unknown herb. Does stuff. So yeah, we have found this new location. So on the map, we are now up here. So that was where that little fishing village was. We're up in this bit here. And here, I can almost guarantee you I'm going to step on a scorpion. And they're really hard to see. Ah, we need to sort out our leeches before we go too far. Nothing on that arm. Oh, that was the only leech we had. You can tell how many leeches you've got because when you've got rid of them all, the sanity goes away. And the number of minus points on your sanity is the number of leeches. Just got to listen for the sound of a scorpion scrabbling on the ground. Coconut bowl, yeah, I'll take it. Always need more coconut bowls. I find them so hard to see on the ground, these bloody things. Alright, so we found this camp, which is what I was looking for. Which again has lots of green coconuts. It's actually got a tin of food under there too. Another coconut bowl. And now I know how to make this awesome shelter, which is apparently pretty good, so... cool. It looks like you're meant to be able to get up there, but I did so much exploring and couldn't find a way, and it looked like it was unfinished stuff up there when I got a little bit of a glimpse at it, so... I guess that's not... So we've got a nice little water hole here. It's not fresh, still needs to be boiled. We've got a supply of snails and rocks that want to hit you on the head when they fall down. Nothing useful up there. This just all just winds around. Oh, there's a rattlesnake up there. He can be dinner. Oh, there's the scorpion. He sounds like someone's scratching, and I just want to... Come on. Come on, quick, closer. There we go. Alright, so now we got some extra raw meat. Oh, we're heavy. We cannot move. So slow. We'll go over here and dump some stuff. So it's not a very... I mean, the map is pretty big, but it's not long, dark, big of multiple big zones. So, I mean, I think it is fairly straightforward to explore. It's confusing in the... There's certain areas that lock you off until you got the right equipment. Like you need like a bloody grappling hook, and then you need a grappling gun for some other areas, so you can actually shoot the grappling hook higher. I'm gonna... Oh, is that obsidian? There's usually obsidian and stuff in here, so... What do I want to dump? I can dump a few sticks. Now we're underweight. What else did I pick up? I should really just look at, and we need to eat some stuff. We should also harvest that fish so we're not carrying around a big fish. We need to cook some things. So my rattlesnake meat went bad, but you can harvest... there was some rattlesnake and some macaw. You harvest it and you get maggots. So you get maggots out of meat and you get larvae out of fruits. And the maggots are actually useful medicinally, so that's fun when you need them to eat a putrefied wound. In theory, the rain should come in through here, but I was a bit hit and miss on that. So what I might do... go back out this way. Probably just dump a few alright. just gonna dump a few things. Maybe that one. Yeah. Well, for me it was after a jaguar decided to try and shred my arm. You can drop this pot out here as well, but I might need that inside. So it's just mostly backup for if it rains. I get a little bit of water. I don't have to bother boiling stuff. Just gonna duck down here. Oh, I just saw some of those nuts I want fall from the tree. I'm pretty sure we need them. Yeah, we always need things. So somewhere in here, under all this, should be the other one. There we go. I can hear a spider. Things that sounds almost like a rattlesnake. Oh, there we go. There's a spider there. I think it's just one of those recluses. Oh yeah, so I could take this stone and I could hold G and squish the spider with the stone. And I can eat that spider, but again, on the giving you insanity. Basically anything that's gross will make you more insane. Although eating cooked snails does not make you more insane. It just gets you well fed. Not in a long dark kind of well fed, but just in a I have food. There's fish in here, but I haven't discovered the fishing rod yet to know how to make it. I think certain things, so you can craft things here, right? So, is there anything we can craft just to show you? So you get your crafting stone out, and then you just like, I'll drag a stick, and I will drag 2 feathers, and yeah, I'll craft an arrow. Some things you can craft before you know, if you just either know the recipe or guess the recipe. How am I going to get these big fish here? You know what, I probably actually have enough meat to cook tonight anyway. Like, I could try throwing the spear at them, but I think I'm just going to... Ooh, I'm falling off the rock. And I could try. I just don't think these guys are surface enough. Hey, give me my spear back. Where is it? Yeah. Oh, it gave me a fish, so apparently I hit that fish. There we go. So now we have more fish for dinner. Go back to my regular spear. So I think what's good about being in this cave and setting up my fire in this cave, you can get that flower, but it's poisonous. And I think when it grows a bit more, it's not as poisonous or something. But yeah, being set up in this cave is in theory good because people who don't like you very much can find you in your fire. So I tell you what, do I want to? Do I smoke the meat? No. It lasts a little bit longer if you smoke it, and lasts longer again if you dry it, I think. But I need to set up a whole new fire under here. Give me a torch there as well. Because what I can do... I can only smoke 4 pieces of meat. That's only got 16 hours, so... rattlesnake meat... How are we off everything else? We need a drink. Okay, so it's going to rain. So I might as well chuck my pot out and hopefully don't forget it. I should be able to set up a fire under here and it not. So now I'm going to drop all my sticks in there. Small fire. We'll give it a try and see if it lets us do this in the rain, in the wet. So we'll use that. Should have enough energy. There we go. While we have this as well, we can cook ourselves a couple of snails. Hopefully no one notices our fire while we're doing our own thing up here. Yeah, I always carry the bow around, but I've oh, you mean for the fishing? Yeah, that makes sense. I'm really terrible with the bow. There's a whole skill tree in this thing, and it's like, yeah, I'm good with an axe, and a little bit less sucky with the spear. Everything else I kind of suck at. Alright. So yeah, these will take a while. From what I understand, they go just slightly faster than the speed of they have a little countdown on the fire. That's how long the fire will last, which is actually quite a long time, really. Now, some other things I can do. So when these things are full, while it's still raining, I either like to drink them so they fill up again, or yeah, there we go. So let's just eat the mystery snail. Apparently we get 1 sanity for it, like in the good way. And we are getting low on protein. So when you get low on protein, you start to get you get tired pretty quick. So you can eat the larvae, and that will suck for sanity wise. But we're in front of a fire. Our sanity is the amount that's filled in that brain down the bottom corner. And so we'll be alright. We can eat a couple of bits of larvae. Might as well eat them while you're
No, bad idea.
already feeling not too bad.
Disgusting. Ugh.
Yeah, you'll deal with it. And there's like big things like running around out here. Like an armadillo who's gonna... Oh, I managed to kill the armadillo, which is good. So, it's actually really good because now I can build some armor out of this guy. Well, I don't think I've learnt how to in the context of this survival. Oh, it gave me the armadillo shell, so let's see if we can make some armor. But we might as well put some armadillo meat on the fire. How are we off for everything else? Still those. So, what I'm going to need... Oh, my axe is doing okay. That should be a banana tree. Alright, so we'll get a banana leaf and we'll bring it over here. So I should be able to right click on that and say craft, and then I should be able to grab myself an armadillo shell, and then I should be able to put 2 bits of rope on here, and boom, we now know how to make armadillo armor, which kind of makes sense really. And now I've got the sucky thing of trying to fit this in here. Such a pain, because you can't put it on until you can put it in your backpack and then take it out of your backpack. It's so clunky, that bit. So now I can go inspect myself, and I think I'm probably better off putting it on a leg, and then I can bring up my backpack and drag it on, and now I have an armadillo armor. Oh, but we're dirty. We're dirty because we killed an armadillo, basically. That's not going to be cooked for a while. We probably also get some parrot meat. Oh, we'll just grab the parrot maybe. Don't go through the ant nest. We've got to get ourselves down to the water. There's probably a way you're meant to do it, but I clicked on it and did all kinds of things. It just didn't really seem to work out. So that's the only way I found. And I'm going to wash myself because there's a little icon down the corner is saying that I got dirty from getting armadillo blood all over me. There we go. You can cook this. I think it's poisonous if you eat it raw, but if you cook it, it's got a lot of carbohydrates, I think. I think one go through on the story mode will pretty much fill you in on the secret of how to do most of the things. I don't like to over collect resources because it's so abundant anyway. There's an ant nest. Stay away from that. Like, you kind of better, like these things here, you're better off just eating them. I've probably played Diablo 3. Going back a bit now. I wasn't ever really into it. Like, I didn't play it a lot though, so I think I just played it at other people's houses and stuff. Oops, so a little magnifying glass is telling me to look at my body. And so yeah, your armor covers your stuff, so you actually have to hide the armor. Yeah, sneaky bugger was under my armor. My armor's still on. It's just like a show hide thing. It's not actually removed, fortunately. So let's eat the armadillo meat. Yeah, loading up on proteins. There we go. Alright, so we thirsty? We should probably drink. And so I probably should have actually filled up on oh, don't stab that. Let me just try and do this. Drop that there so I can turn around and actually see it. Drop that there. Oh damn, they're both empty, so what I should have done is I should have got dirty water out of them. But what I'll probably do is drag that, pour it in there. Now I have some clean things, so I can show you that I can cook this mushroom, make a nice mushroom soup and make that not poisonous, which is fun. So, what does everyone think of Green Hell so far in the Dave tour of maybe what to do in Green Hell and maybe what not to do? So I was going to eat that anyway. And should we return to our regular programming and go back and do some Along Dark? I'm fine either way. I'm thinking I probably should have been playing on the Green Hell mode, because so far this hasn't gotten too crazy. Unless they scale, unless they're doing stuff that scales it, so I'm only a few days in, so it hasn't been that tricky. So it's raining, I should put my pot out. Get all the water. Alright. So we could build, you know, a little base here, but I like that one up in the cave, so I think we're good with that at the moment. Alright. Alright, so that macaw meat will probably just about fill our protein up, hopefully. Not quite. So yeah, these guys will continue to smoke. They'll be smoked by the time this fire runs out. Didn't put much water in there. I might actually just scoop some of that up. Not much in there. I'm gonna take my good pot, leave that, which I'm gonna leave. I don't have another one. I should probably take back my unknown herb. Alright, I need to get back up in here in the dark. Alright. I gotta find my way in the dark to my cave. Is this my cave? This is my cave. So, did I have... Now, didn't pick up my torch. So hopefully, there's not a fresh, oh, I probably should just bloody make one, shouldn't I? But what do I drop? I might have to drop my 4th prong spear and make another one another time. Oh, I can't actually light. I need to light it by the fire, actually. Alright. I gotta go back. You don't have like a box of matches to just quickly light something. Unfortunately. But there was actually a torch on the ground. I'll use that. I should be able to just hit the number that was in and ignite it. And now I can find my way in this cave. Ah, I did have the coconut bowl. Oops. Did I get rained on? Or did I, Oh, no, you just drop it. Hey, lizard. Still trying to find my obsidian rocks that I thought should be in here. Alright. So, we're in here and we'll save and make a... Should make a save here. Alright. There we go. I might call that and then just jump back and do a little bit more Charlie stuff. So we've saved it. So we'll quit out. Whew. Yeah, so what does everyone think of the that little viewing of the green hell? And I'll just need to load up the long dark again. That is not the way to do that. And now I won't know how to do anything in the long dark. I'll be hitting E and tab and Q and all kinds of things. Alright. So yeah, I need like 3 or 4 more days. Yeah, it is very spooky at the night. 3 or 4 more days, and the other the story mode gets a bit of an update. I think is the deal, isn't it? All right, what were we doing? It was morning. We're hungry. Oh, that's right. We jumped out. We were probably about to go. I think was the deal. We're too hungry to leave in there. A can. Okay. I can probably drop a tiny bit of weight. And a broken arrow. Yeah. Okay. Don't need that. That'll save a bit of weight. Still got a little bit to read on that. How are we off health-wise? Should I just drink a birch bark? I mean, I can. And then I could probably read that book until it's a little bit warmer. Where's the damn book?
I'm getting weak.
Ah, it didn't give me that hour. I didn't have enough. 125 isn't enough. Oh well. That was daft. Okay. So. Nothing there. Did we have any meat outside or anything? Alright, let's run. I can't remember when we came in, if we, with her, did we come in down. Just thought I heard something, but I think it's just that flag flapping. I don't know if we came back in via Hat Creek. Not Hat Creek, Bear Creek. Or not. Or if we came in via the any of the other ways. Because I think there's a chance there's still some cattails. I don't know. We should check out the fishing huts anyway in case we left something there for ourselves. Probably should have bought the hammer. Yeah, see, Turkey's tactic is to leave the hammer in that fishing hut.
Need to find someplace to escape this cold.
Alrighty. I'm gonna take a stab that I have not checked this car.
So cold. So cold.
See, like the graphics in Green Hell are pretty astounding, but I'm not surprised that people have some trouble running them. But it's a pretty immersive bloody jungle, and like you were saying, Michael, the sounds are pretty unreal. Like, it's pretty spooky being in there, and it's dark at night. And even like the shine on the wetness on the leaves is pretty cool too, actually. So she is going to need to hunt something before too long to make sure she has food. Or we have to eat the death fish and then take some antibiotics. So there's that. But I don't want to get bogged down staying here for too long. Do we actually have... We don't have a rock, so let's get a rock. And now we're heavy. We could have a little cookout of the deer that probably still lives behind here. 'Cause I doubt I've harvested that with her. Probably. And we could do with a little warm up as well. Yeah, this laptop's got a 1060 Ti. And I think it's just a dual i7. Am I looking at the right spot? No, it's up over this rock. Yeah, Intel i7s or something like that. I only half pay attention to computer hardware stuff. Right, we've clicked on it now. 2 kilos! Wow! That is cool. Hopefully we don't get blown out before we get to experience the joy of eating 2 kilos of deer meat.
Come on, little fire.
Alrighty. So,
Oh, lucky day.
how are we off We could do with some water, so let's do a litre. That sounds like a pretty good deal. How about we... yeah, we'll do that. And your machine performs well enough for you, Michael, generally? Oh, the feathers. Crows have been having a convention above this deer. Do I care to pull the hide? Not really. Not if it's going to cost me time and resources. We're not getting warm, but we're still 7 degrees down. Let me throw one of our precious pieces of coal. Alright. Yeah, we're reasonably low on condition, really. The weather is really coming in. It wants to spoil our... Yep, it's blown. You bugger. Says we're sheltered here, but so... Too windy to sustain this fire. Come on, I just want a nice meal. We're behind this nice piece of rock. Surely it's sheltered. Nope. Now, can we run in this blizzard?
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Now, the wolves haven't necessarily respawned. I can't get over this damn rock. So the wolves haven't necessarily despawned just because there's a blizzard. Yeah. It's pretty standard.
Oh, it's goddamn crazy.
I'll just try and get down to these fishing huts and warm up and then think about whether or not I cook that meat in one of... So, yeah, whether I get down to the fishing camp and cook something in the fishing hut in the potbelly stove. Don't want the wolf that sometimes resides here to just surprise me at all. Fortunately, the wind is blowing the other way in terms of the smell, I would think. Could always be the bear, but... Now, I'm pretty sure I've checked this car. I have not checked this car. And there were some nice crackers for me. And the other heavy hammer. I swear I checked this car for the heavy hammer. Where did I get 2 heavy hammers on this map? I swear I didn't bring the heavy hammer and had... I can't remember anymore with this character. I'm confused about multiple runs now. Tell you what, we really need to hurry though. She's copping a beating. Well, I was saying I probably should, wish I'd bought the hammer so she could leave it here at the hut. So I did get that wish. Oh, let's get her in here. Probably should have dropped the food outside. There we go. I think that cooking that deer is definitely a trigger for a blizzard. Alright. So... should we just... can we even drink this ruined soda and get calories off of it? And not die? We can. It's completely doable. Don't want to eat them right now because I do need a little bit of recovery. I'm not really tired enough. Do I want to sleep? Just sleep for an hour. Just warm up. That's right, Michael. Okay, so... tell you what she's going to do. She's going to eat a cattail and then read an hour of that damn book.
I'm gonna need to eat soon.
So we used a whole bunch of our wood. So I probably should break that with the heavy hammer. It's going to be a bit heavy now. Alright. So I wonder...
I never thought I'd be dying from starvation.
I think she's going to have to sleep here tonight and go cook something in that fishing hut. Should she try her hand at fishing, because she might be good at it but I suck. Man, we are losing a lot of condition. Let's not lose any more to being also dehydrated. Just going to run over to the fishing hut with my meat. Come on. Apologies for the sounds being too loud. Get in here and hopefully, okay. What is it? Minus 15. Alright. Let's get this underway. Oh, it got a lot colder. So what are we going to need to throw on this to make this work? Let's actually put that away as well. Tell you what. Let's do that. Cook some of that. Might, drop a tea to warm. That'll be useful, won't it? Probably should have broken this first. Oh, we're still cold. Oh, we're losing a lot of health. This takes an hour to break this damn thing. Oh, man. What am I doing to you, Charlie? I don't fish often enough, so I always forget how long that takes. So, let's just eat it. And we'll grab the other piece. We'll cook that. Actually, let's cook some birch bark first. I did see the. I don't know if I saw the run, but I did see you talk about that. But if you could let me know which one that was in. I've missed a few lately on stuff. 31 minutes, 3 hours. Quickly break that. Check the time. We should get an hour grace on that. Let's fish for an hour. Well, so far she sucks just as badly as I do at fishing. Let's do some water. We're committed now, at least for a little bit. And I broke some line. That sounds about right. Let's just do 2. So there's 2 hours there.
Whew, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
I actually caught a 291 calorie fish. Ice fishing 3, you wouldn't know it. You were 15 minutes behind. Ah. As in you were doing the DVR kind of playback. Right. Aha. Were you trying to comment and was it letting you, or how does that work? I don't even know how that works. I'm assuming you couldn't comment. 2 hours, that'll give me an hour's grace probably. 17 minutes.
Getting tired.
In for a penny, in for a pound. I might as well keep fishing for a bit. I could do with, well, she could do with the practice because she's still pretty terrible. She got one 291 calorie fish. This one's 446. Okay, so maybe our luck is turning. Ah. Alright. I keep feeling I was hearing noises, but it might not be the case. 2 hours still. No, I can hear the bear. So surely I have to take a shot at the bear. Hopefully he doesn't come in here, because she really will be dead. If we get one of those scenarios where the bear comes in the fishing hut, this will be the end of Charlie for sure. Like, I don't think there's any two ways about that. I'm going to pick up my venison in case he can actually see that and drop it in here. Unless that's the secret thing that makes it go bad for everybody. Do I try from this distance? Oh! After all the troubles I've been having with bears, And I just one-shotted the dude in the shoulder. He must have had a weak shoulder. That's all I can say. Okay. Well, we're pretty exhausted. I don't think I've got the, I don't think I can really, I did not expect that to happen. I don't think I've got the stamina to really do the, harvesting and all of that. And I really want to get the meat as well and not just let it all go manky by getting the hide off first. So that'll be a job for her tomorrow.
Food.
So can we get an hour's grace? Why don't I just... Look, we got enough food. We can just keep eating now. Okay. So I'll let her get a little bit exhausted. Should be able to fish for 2 hours. I think that's how it works.
I'm so tired. There's not even here.
130 calories. Oh my god. Like... get the worst fish. What am I doing wrong to get the worst fish? I don't understand.
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Should I go and get like...
Man, I could eat anything.
wolves over there. Oh. No. I was going to get a kilo of bear meat, but we don't really need it. We can fill up on all this stuff. We'll do this. And we will also drink the tea, because I want some condition recovery. She took a beating. Might as well just eat that. Bear meat tomorrow. So I was just going to try and race off and get to Hush River Valley and all that, but I do keep saying I need an extra bear hide, so I really should make the most of this. We won't stay until he's all eaten or anything ridiculous like that, but we'll harvest it up. Oh, you stay fresh, Mr. Bear. Alright. Well, the 3 crappy fish and the 2 pieces of venison actually did add up. Yeah, I probably... yeah, I might quarter him, and then I can just do all the meat inside, so I don't have to have a really big long fire. Alright. Oh, trying to use bloody E to get in the doors again. So what did you think of the Green Hell little run through there, Turkey? After all that, now you've caught up from the 15 minutes behind. Alright. So hopefully there's not a blizzard right now. Oh good, she got a whole bunch of condition back. So, got 3 pieces there. We're heavy, but why are we heavy still? What can we drop that we are heavy with? Drop that. Probably drop a couple of these, to be honest. Those are all cured, that's fine. I doubt there's going to be another bear so soon, but Habits, 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 habits. It's minus 13. Let me up here. I want to get a few more sticks. Be good if it was a nice sunny day and it let me get a mag lens by him. Now let's just get this underway then. Probably. Alright. Sometimes it's a little bit wind sheltered on one side of the bear. Now, I'm going to try and see if it will tell me it's going to be... Oh, ho, ho! It's on the verge of being sunny. There we go. Mag lens fire. Yes! Glad I tried that before... I'm not sure if... I'm pretty sure that's the kitten on turkey's...
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Cool. Uh, 2 hours. I don't need any more water really. So, not holding anything. Just slightly warm. Alright, let's... Doesn't matter what I use. So we will use the hacksaw. You need a hatchet, so it's offered, but you can't do it. Okay. Hopefully the weather doesn't come in crappy. Alright. So, hey. Bag of bear meat. So, I'll pick up that and all of these and raise them straight inside.
I wonder if
And
I
then
can
come
drop
back.
any of this gear.
They surely stink now, terribly. Alright. Let's go and find that. And all of those guts. And now. All right. So, nice warm day by the fire.
This will come in handy.
So just pull for, what's the fastest thing? The knife.
Starving.
So that'll be an hour. I suppose we chuck a piece of reclaimed. See if there's any more sticks that just live just over here. Have you got lots of scars on your hand from your hand being pounced on by the kitten turkey? Sounds like some wind is coming to blow out my fire and make me lose my bear meat lunch. You horrible thing. Oh, at least I got it watered, I guess. "42 minutes, 9 minutes, you bugger." That lets me coax it a little bit.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Guess I just run a few bags over here. While I wait and see if my fire is gone or not. So I'm fairly out of fuel, unfortunately. Maybe 1 or 2 pieces of coal. Four minutes is a long way from 30 minutes there. It doesn't sound that windy, but it looks windy. Sounds like footsteps, but I think it's the fire just having a weird little thing. Eh. Yeah. I want to harvest some more of that, but I want to get this down to 1 minute before it, yeah, come on. Trying to limp my 9 minutes at a time out of it. So now I should at least hopefully get that piece of cooking done. Fast forward through that at least. 2 minutes.
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
You're gonna get fine now that you've used all my fuel. It looks fine, but it keeps wanting to blow this out. So I'm not sure I believe it, but if I walk away from this, it will get really nice. But I think it's kinda gonna be... It was a mag lens fire anyway. And the game got mad at me because I got a mag. You cannot. Wow. You really that heavy? I want to get a few of these bags closer so it's something I can do in the dark in here. I can't sprint. Yeah.
Can you eat trees?
Well, one will be coming that way. The wind will be trailing those guys for sure. I think the wind direction and strength is the thing that makes the biggest difference to how grumpy those guys are at you and how much they follow you. Not grumpy, not how much grumpy they are, but how... Like a big strong wind like that, I think it stretches whatever little distance field it puts on them like hugely. So why was I so heavy on that? Probably, again, lots of water. Chuck a couple of bits more water in here. so I have some ability to sprint.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
So now when we pick up that, hopefully it's still sprint time. Yay, I can sprint
The pack is getting kind of heavy.
into a headwind. Alright. That's a very creaky noise. Alright. How about we just eat it?
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Come on. Once more into the headwind. Come on. Alright, well. I think we'll just get all this bear meat up by this hut. And we'll go inside and make a save point, and we'll call that the end of tonight's proceedings, I think. And it just means I'll have to do some of that harvesting the next time I load up this save. But hopefully the giant bags of bear meat just outside my front door will remind me what the plan was.
I wonder if I can drop any of this
Even
gear.
that wind, it hasn't been that cold, it's just been an atrocious wind. Alright. Alright. That was enough struggles.
Oh, sure, I'm getting cold.
Yeah. You know, it's so much for the plan of racing off to Hush River, but I probably don't need to sprint it there. I just don't want to dally too much, and, you know, a whole bunch of bear meat, once it's harvested, will sit outside it and ruined for a very long time and something to come back to. We have to come back and get this bear hide and the other bear hide if we want to make our bedroll, which is probably a good enough ambition to have if we survive Broken Railroad and Hush River. But yeah, so I think we'll call it there then. We'll call this the quit for the night. Thank you everyone for stopping by and humouring me as I showed how I'm going with Green Hell, as well as getting Charlie further along. Should have a look at Charlie's. So she's up to 115. I don't mind if I do, Turkey. Stop on in and build myself the roll. I got to go back through that way. So yeah, day 116. The last time she came through here originally was basically, day 7 was when she stayed in the fishing cabin. She's staying back, passing the same direction on day 116. Yeah, thanks for coming along. When are you going to stream, Turkey? Are you doing your tonight, or will it be your tomorrow morning? Is that the way I'm meant to be phrasing that? Put that away. Ooh. Should probably just pull that apart while we're here. Yeah. Well, we'll see you later. I'm probably ahead of the lag, and so I'll wait and see what Turkey says about when he's coming on, but I'll quit out of it all now and see you all next time. Better create a save because I made that cloth. Hang on. Alright. 22 hours time. Cool, good to know. I'll see you later.